And what you're reminding me of, and I don't want to accidentally go way too far into this, but whatever happens, happens. But that's what I think is so important too with crypto. You mentioned DeFi, we mentioned Hex and like airdrops, and obviously I know Ewok absolutely hates it, but Zen right now. And I'm just kind of putting words in your mouth a little bit, but that's why I think it's very important in crypto not just to be a bag holder and have your investments or anything like that, but you need to look out for some of these other opportunities, like you needed in 2021 and frankly the beginning of 2022 to already be aware of crypto, know of Richard Hart, whether you're way into Hex or not, understanding what Pulse Chain was going to be and sacrificing for Pulse Chain, sacrificing for Pulse X. And look at it like, again, no expectation from the work of others or whatever the phrase is, but it's also like, equate it like that money is gone. Don't put in more than you're really willing to lose, and look
Yep.
at it like getting on the bottom rung of
Yeah,
a startup. Like, and
absolutely.
same thing with Zen right now. Like, I mean, I'm not saying it's going to go anywhere. Richard Hart has accomplished way more in crypto than Jack Levin so far. I'm not doing like a PP measuring contest or anything, so please don't
No,
shit on me
no,
too much. But
no, there's no need to do that. But you're totally
yeah,
right with where you're going. You are constantly planning ahead. That's all
mhm.
it is, pretty much, is you're setting yourself up for, and being aware of what's going on. You said it perfectly. I don't have hate towards Zen.
I know.
I had told you, and I will reiterate this, is that it needs something just like helium. It had to have something to stop the selling pressure, right?
Hmm.
And now I hear there's these ZenFTs. I hear there's
Did you
um,
pick
I,
one
I,
up yet?
no, no, I haven't. But
I'm just
then
messing
I
with you.
hear there's
Reflection token.
reflection token, and there's other things coming. So yeah, I
Hmm.
mean, you keep aware, stay aware of what's going on. Doesn't mean you have to talk about it. Doesn't mean you have to do live streams about it.
Right.
But be aware. Be aware of what's happening around you, and get yourself in a position when it is fractions and fractions and fractions of a penny, to be okay if it does happen to go up. It's a nice little surprise.
Hmm.
Um, Again, you don't have to, talk about it or push it or even get family members involved in it. But this is, like I said, these times right now are when the millionaires are made, and it is
Hmm.
because they're paying attention and watching and watching what people do, not what they say, but what they do.
Right.
And that's super important. Watch where the money is flowing. Don't listen to these guys that are telling you to buy this and buy that. Watch where the money's going. It's a better signal than listening to what they're saying.
I agree 100%. Yeah. And even, I hesitate to even go this far. And this is certainly not something I'm investing in or anything like that. I think I made a video on it when it came out. But yet another layer one, Aptos, came out with some old Facebook developer guys or something a few months ago. That was another one where if you had, I think it was a pretty confounding, complicated way to do it. But if you had a way to figure out how to get the airdrop they had or whatever, uh, or you were privy to that information, why not do it? Like, there's
Mhm.
other things going on right now that not everybody has an opportunity to get into, that some people do, to get in on the ground floor, and you should do it. So yeah, that's what you have to look out for now. It's like you've got your investment portfolio, but I also think, and I don't want to call it YOLO money or like a moon bag or something like that. It is your money. You should
Sure.
be intentful with it, but yeah, if it's just a small amount that you can make back in a month, put that in. Like something like Pulse Chain or Pulse X, and sacrificing for those is something you may not really get in crypto again. I mean, it's
Right.
getting on the ground floor on what could be a giant product
Yeah.
for just
Yeah.
buying the coins, or
Yeah.
sacrificing for the coins. So,
Now, that
um,
being said, be extremely careful of some of these airdrops, because they
yeah,
are completely just attacks to get your seed words. You approve a transaction, and the next thing you know, they've emptied out your wallet, and it's gone. Everything's gone.
mm,
So, if you're going to play around, always play around with a fresh wallet if possible. If
yeah,
you're trying to claim an airdrop, make sure you do research. Make sure you find out from developers, people that know how to read code, to tell you is it safe or not, because they will look at the code and they'll tell you. Um, you've got to get yourself into a trusted community where there's some very intelligent people to know whether you should be touching it or don't even touch it. Sometimes the best thing to do is just hide it. Don't even look at it.
Right.
Because they are just they're attacks, they're vampire attacks on your wallet. So just keep
Right.
that stuff in mind as well. Yes, there are chances to get some great things, but there's also chances to get wrecked on what you already hold.
Yes.
So weigh your risk, weigh your reward, do a lot of research. And if you're not sure, ask somebody that is. And if they're not sure, be even more careful because, nobody's heard of it. Be very leery.
Yeah, and this was definitely not to say just go around like claiming every airdrop or like getting in on the ground floor of every single thing you hear about. This is like, in the last, just to kind of give you a rate of how often something like this, in my opinion, comes up and probably you too, Ewok, that you would want to be interested in. In the last like 2 years, it's really only been what we've named here, I think, that you and I have been interested in. Obviously Pulse X, and obviously, I know you're a little bit involved with Zen. I kind of went off the deep end a bit with it, but whatever money it is you're willing to put into it, if you deem it, we're just talking here and there. I don't even count these as, and I don't think you do either. I don't even count these as parts of my portfolio. Like I don't count the Zen tokens that I am going to get a year and a half from now as like in my portfolio. I don't even have them. I don't even count the gas and the Gwei that I've spent with ETH fees as like money for my portfolio. It was like extra money on the side that I put into Zen. There was extra money that I sacrificed for Pulse X, and I'm sure you're the same way. I mean, you don't right now count that as part of your portfolio, do you?
No, but I count it towards taxes. They are fees.
Well, yes, yeah, totally,
So,
yeah.
you
We're
know,
gonna get into that too. Yeah.
yeah, but no, you don't. It'd be like counting chickens before the eggs hatch.
Right. Yeah. So that's really the moral of it is like, it's all well and good to wait out this bear market and be here. That's definitely valuable and holding onto your bags and DCAing in more again, but keep your eyes peeled for big opportunities like that. We're not guaranteeing anything. We don't know where these things can go either, but use your best judgment and look for those other things as well. Cause that is something that's real in crypto that you don't get in legacy finance really at all.